It's time now for the Beer Chill Afternoon News on the Sunday afternoon, September 20th, 2015. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Peter Wiggins here. Top news headlines here at 12:05 on this Sunday afternoon here. Top story at 12:05 p.m. is in Havana, where the latest developments in Pope Francis' visit to Cuba and the United States. Cuban state-run website Cuba Debate has changed the logo on its homepage to Twitter account in honor of Pope Francis' visit. Ben Carson did not support a Muslim running for president. Vienna, roughly 10,700 migrants walked into Austria from Hungary on Sunday, more than arrived during all of Saturday, and a motorway passing at the border and was partially closed, police spokesman said. Jackie Collins, the best-selling British-born author whose dozens of racy page-turning novels chronicle the goods along with the sex, schemes, and seductions of the rich and rapacious, died Saturday at the age of 77. Refugees whose boats stalled at sea while crossing from Turkey to Greece swim to the approach to the shore of the island of Lesbos, Greece. Washington. California shot into second place in the Republican presidential field on the heels of another strong debate performance, and Donald Trump has lost some support, a new national CNN ORC poll shows. Athens. Greek voters went to the polls on Sunday to elect a new government for the fifth time in 6 years. Many of them exhausted by the country's fractious politics and believing that any new leader would have little influence in the nation. An Egyptian army vehicle patrols along the border with Hamas when Gaza Strip and the divided border town of Rafah. Rounds erupted at a hotel in the capital of Burkina Faso, where negotiations are being held to bring an end to a 4-day-old military coup that overthrew a transitional civilian government. A beloved zoo creator in Hamilton, New Zealand, was killed Saturday when a Sumatran tiger lunged at her. Police officials said the Hamilton Zoo employee was attacked after opening a gate to allow the zoo's 3 tigers into a public viewing area. A homeless man in Colorado was sentenced to 6 months in prison after investigators found 8,500 pounds of trash at a national forest. California wildfires destroyed at least 1,400 homes. Politicians who may have thought that they would have a bunch all about gay marriage once the U.S. Supreme Court effectively legalized it now must answer a difficult question. As anyone supports Ken Davis. Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump dismissed critics who have accused him of failing to stand up for Muslim Americans after controversial town hall change last week, repeatedly stated during a media blitz on Sunday that he has friends that are Muslims. New York, Bank of America CEO Brian Moynihan will face one of the toughest tests of his career Tuesday when shareholders decide whether to strip him of his will as chairman of the board. Washington, the Federal Reserve's decision to hold interest rates steady last week rather than raise them was a close call, San Francisco Fed President John Moon said on Sunday. Baker Hughes Incorporated said that its weekly rig count report reveals that the number of U.S. rig counts are down by 8 last week. General Motors' $900 million plea deal with the U.S. government after the automaker concealed a deadly ignition switch, in fact linked to the deaths of 124 people as they kindled a debate over how tough federal prosecutors should be when fighting corporate. Researchers from 11 organizations have created tens of thousands of evolutionary trees through a comprehensive map of all known life, open to all and free to use. The moon will be putting on a really big show as TV variety show host Ed Sullivan used to say coming up late in September. A weird multicloud of multicolors that as a formation appeared this week over Costa Rica, puzzling many of the residents. A new research paper published at Columbia University has predicted that 2 supermassive black holes at Virgo constellation are on collision course and they could have a collision around 100,000 years from now. London. British scientists have applied for permission to edit the genes of human embryos in a series of experiments aimed at finding out more about the earliest stages of human development. T2 patients may be increased risk for developing tangles in the brain that indicate dementia. Okay, take a look at New England Influence here at 1209 Acushnet, Massachusetts. Move out to the 132 South Main Street, Acushnet Plaza, car versus building. As AFC confirmed the car into the building 160 by 30 commercial structure, no injuries, and AFT stated businesses AJ's Firearms. And in Orleans, Massachusetts, vehicle fired a bunch of cars in the industry of the state industry drive, one line stretched into operation. Pierre Child News at 12:10. It's time for a sports report. The New England Patriots will be taking on the Buffalo Bills at 1 o'clock out at Ralph Wilson Stadium in Buffalo, New York. Well, the Boston Red Sox will take out the Toronto Blue Jays at 1:07 p.m. out in Toronto. Alabama fans suffered from a heavy deficit during the third quarter. Alabama's lost to Ole Miss. American golfer Allison Lee fallen in controversial putting decision on the 17th green during the Solheim Cup on Sunday. Austin Mike Perrin shook so many hands on Saturday. Next thing you know, Donald Trump will put him on the hit list as Steve Harris's 22-month reign of terror to 40 acres is over. Playing with an intensity that might have even terrified her to watch it. Leighton Hewitt, Eddie Berry dominated Austria's Britta Tomic to Sunday propelled Great Britain's Davis Cup team in their first final since 1978. Peter Challenger's time sale 12:11 here on this Sunday afternoon here, and it is time now for a travel report here. And starting off in round here, where 146 in the southbound side, so for Route 15 in downtown Providence here, 95 in the southbound slow round, Route 146 in downtown Providence here, 138 in the westbound side, it is slow round, Route 1 in North Kingstown, and then 130 in the eastbound side, it is slow round. The Jamestown area here, Route 6 on the westbound side, it is so from Orleans out to Denison, hit breaks again from Brustball all the way up to the Sagamore Bridge at Route 3 in the northbound side, so after Route 6 in Plymouth here, Route 3 also in the northbound side, it is so from Marshfield all the way out to Route 18 in Weymouth here, and Route 3 in the southbound side, so around Route 18 in Weymouth all the way out to Derby Street in Hingham here. 495 in the northbound side, it is slow from 105 in Middleburg all the way out to before Route 24 in the Raynham Bridgewater area here. 140 on the northbound side, we got an accident in New Bedford here around Route 18, so expect some delays here. 495 on the southbound side, it is slow from 126 in Bellingham to Route 140 in Franklin here. 95 on the northbound side, so for Deposit Street and Norwood all the way up to Route 120 in Kenton here. We get an accident on 24 around Harrison Boulevard in Avon, so expect some delays here. Southeast Expressway to the northbound side, it is slow from Quincy all the way up to Dorchester at 93 on the northbound side, a little slow at that side of Boston here. Southeast Expressway to the southbound side, slow for the Dorchester stretch here. 495 on the southbound side, so from Hudson all the way up to 290 in Marlborough here. Mass Pike on the westbound side, it is slow from 293.95 in Auburn to I-84 at Sturbridge here. I-84 to the westbound at Sturbridge, it's a little slow after the Mass Pike here. 128 to the southbound side, it is slow from 95 in Peabody all the way out to Route 93 in Denver's here. 93 to stop. 93 to 120 to the southbound side, so from 95 in Peabody all the way to 93 in Reading here. 93 on the northbound side, a little slow around Route 128 in Reading here. 93 on the southbound side, so from Somerville all the way to Zachem Bridge here. 93 on the southbound side, so after Route 293 in Manchester, Hampshire here. 93 on the southbound side, so from Route 4 in Canterbury all the way up to 393 in Concord, Hampshire here. 95 on the southbound side, so around Hampton Tolls. Main turnpike is slow on the northbound side around York Toll Plaza. 95 southbound side, so on the main turnpike from York all the way out to Kittery. And into Portsmouth, Hampshire at 295 on the west southbound side, so for the Portsmouth main stretch here. Falmouth Spur on the eastbound side, so for 295 in Falmouth. Alright, look at that MBTA alerts here. Subway system, it's looking good. Framingham West Line train 2504, 10:50 a.m. for Worcester delayed today, 35 minutes to the track work. Framingham West Line train 2505, 10:40 a.m. from substation delayed today, 25 minutes to the track work. Framingham West Line train may be operating 10 to 30 minutes late to the track repairs. Watch for updates here. And on the ferries, looking good in Charlestown Ferry, and the Hingham and Hull ferry trips will be rerouted about 14 days to the scheduled Long Island Bridge constructed after 3 to 8 minutes of travel. Peter telling us on 12:14 here. It is set up a weather report here on this Sunday afternoon here. This afternoon, size skies. Most of the skies, the gradually becoming size skies are at 66 degrees. North for about 9 to 11 miles because size 21 miles an hour here. St. Louis skies are about 47 degrees. North for about 5 to 9 miles an hour. Monday, size skies about 67 degrees. Northeast at about 7 to 11 miles an hour here. Monday night, Podcast skies about 49 degrees. Northeast at about 3 to 6 miles an hour here. Tuesday, Podcast skies about 68 degrees. Northeast at about 7 miles an hour here. Tuesday, slight chance of showers between midnight and 1 a.m. Most skies about 53 degrees. Chance of 20%. Wednesday, Podcast most skies about 72, about 31 degrees. Thursday, sunny podcast got about 34, about 52 degrees. Friday, parts of the podcast got about 70, about 50 degrees. And for Saturday, most of us got about 68 degrees. Not temperature at 12:15 p.m. 77 degrees. Podcast got humidity 54%. And that is going to be it for the Peter Channel afternoon news of this Sunday afternoon, September 20th, 2015. Please have a good day with a good bad day. To you here, I'll see you for an evening report after Sports Roundup. Go Sox and Pats!